Total Home Improvement Company presents the Spring Blowout Special of the season. Remodel your kitchen, bathroom, basement, plus flooring specials for every room. Call 313-728-2025 for your free in-home estimate today. Mention this commercial and get 10% off your project. Call 313-728-2025. Remodel your home today. Total Home Improvement, the company you call for your home improvement needs.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion TV.
See, I'm a gangster with God and I'm spreading the word. Truth be told, that's right, truth be heard. No matter what your gift is, it's made to see. So give it up for victory. Gospel Explosion TV. Gospel Explosion TV. Gospel Explosion TV. Gospel Explosion TV.
Hello, Detroit. Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti. Oh, man, I'm down up in Michigan now.
Yes.
I just want to say it's a blessing to be here once again. I want to say hi to some of my out-of-town friends before I come in studio, and I'm picking up over here as well. California, you know what it is. Cali down there, Golden World down there doing their thing. Hey, Lamb, I just want to say I saw the excerpts of their last fashion show, and it was I'm sorry, it wasn't a fashion show, a beauty pageant. And they were some of the biggest beauty pageant travelers in the country. And that's still part of my team with Lamb and Amy and Corda D. And don't y'all get it twisted. We've been a little busy doing some things and putting things together, but the teams we build are forever. If any shortage of understanding, it comes from my part. I always blame it on myself. I got Ricky Brown in the house. He looking at me, and I always blame it on me, Ricky. Say hi to the people out there.
Everybody love y'all.
Since he was staying, I had to let him on in. And somebody else at the window too. Who's that girl? Oh, that's the queen. Veronique Chantel in the house.
Veronique Chantel, Queen Executive.
Hey, and no one's playing. But it's just a beautiful day. And you guys know down in Atlanta, I got Charlie Green and stuff. And Wanda Counts, we love you out there. Kimmy Reed, I know y'all putting it down to the ground, all off in Florida right now, and just making things happen for the world. But it's just a beautiful day in the neighborhood, as I say. It's a beautiful day to be alive today. And if you're living right now during this time, I want to let you know you're a part of history right now, because we're making history. The world is seeing history unfold before its eyes. We thought it was a big deal for blacks around the country, or people around the country as a whole. They had a liberal heart. They had a liberal heart. It was a miracle to see Obama get accepted as a Democratic nominee. Way back, was that 08? I think it was 08. Well, he was elected as a Democratic nominee, Brian. And we can walk around like it happened every day if you want to.
Right.
But I know in all my life, in all my mama's life,
Come on now.
and all the ancestors we had up to this point had never seen it happen, because it hadn't happened.
That's right.
Never.
But to have Obama just to be elected as a Democratic nominee was a big deal. It was a big deal if you didn't know that. But Veronique, it's a new day.
It's a new day.
You look right in that little camera of yours and tell them it's a new day.
It's a new day.
And if you don't understand what I'm saying, it's a new day.
That's right. That's right.
And whenever this happens, whenever you have a black person come into the suggestion of a prominent position, do you notice how many different races they put around them? Oh, they ain't black no more. They but it don't matter. That's not the point. It should matter to us as a people, because it's more than the glass ceiling. Veronique, this bigger than a glass ceiling, ain't it?
Yes, it is. because this glass ceiling, it is about to no longer exist.
Come on now.
Okay?
Yeah.
That glass ceiling is getting ready to be destroyed.
Ooh, but you know, Brown, that's a big deal. The glass ceiling that has just existed in the world and corporate America, and that glass ceiling says you can only go so high.
Yeah.
That's a former thing.
But I don't care if you like her or not, if you want to vote for her or not, you got to admit it's a glass ceiling that's being shattered right now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but
Yes,
see,
it
we
is.
don't realize that we wouldn't be here if it wasn't from a female.
Come on now.
And the seed came from Eve.
He was listening to me and Veronique out there.
So-
Brown, you so smooth. He had to be listening to. But you're absolutely right.
But
Let's
it
bring
should-
that
it-
seed
it
out.
should-
Bring
it
the
should-
seed
it
out.
shouldn't be-
Bring the seed out. Come on.
It shouldn't be a thing about man and female, because woman have power too, just like God gave man. So there is room for a woman to do what they do in the world, to rule the world,
That's right.
because
That's
they
right.
were the seed that gave us power.
Okay, come on now. Come on now. You can put a preach word in there a little bit. But all I'm trying to say is,
I came from a beautiful woman.
all I'm trying to say is, you're absolutely right. And so, but Veronique, I want to bring this to you now. I want to pick on the sisters just a little bit. We got to bring this to you
I'm
because
ready. I'm ready.
let me make it real to you. I was a little hurt in some of my when I began to, and I want everybody to remember where they were the night that Joe Biden pushed it to her. You know, I was out having dinner with some friends, and so it stuck in my mind. But where were you? Because it came over all the news channels. It
did.
came over the radio.
I
It
was at
came
home
over
eating.
everything.
I
You
was
could
at
not.
home
You knew that Joe Biden had stepped down, first of all,
Yeah.
Listen.
and that he was passing the torch, the baton,
Yes.
to Kamala Harris. And you know, that was a world shaking day within
Yes,
itself.
it was.
All of these things are little miracles. But I'm not saying that because Biden may have missed some words or been a little shaky with his debate with Trump.
His presentation,
In
yeah.
his presentation, it kind of set it off. But I'm saying behind the scene of all that, God's writing is on the wall. And I say that for this reason, Veronique. The fact that another black could be considered seriously for the Democratic nomination.
Come on.
Because we've had others in the past. You had Shirley Chisholm.
Yes.
She was the first black woman that actually ran for,
Ran
and
for
she was a
president.
She
congresswoman.
did. That ran.
And she ran for president.
She did.
Yes.
Jesse Jackson,
Yep, he
the
backed
Fish
out.
Push Coalition, Rainbow. And hey, y'all, Jesse was in the house for the Democratic convention. I don't know if y'all watched this, but I got to just bring it out. Man, Jesse
Him
rolled
and
out
his
there. Look
son,
here.
yes.
He rolled out there so smooth. He laid back, but it touched your heart because
Well, he tried.
this is the history that started this.
Yes.
You know, and you don't get through if you're first trial all the time.
Exactly.
But
And
this
when
is the history that
news came
started this.
down, I was at home I was laying in bed. I wasn't feeling well. But my phone started going off.
Come on now.
All the news stations, TMZ, my social media was going off. I said, let me turn the TV on. I wasn't feeling well, but I sat up in that bed.
Right.
And then all my text messages started coming in. Then my phone was ringing. And I said, well, look at God.
Look at God. Look
And
at
it
God.
doesn't matter what anybody,
Come on. That's right.
we all thought, like, God forbid President Biden, passed away in office.
Yeah.
It's assumed
Yeah.
that she would take over and finish out the term. But the way that this whole thing has unfolded,
Absolutely.
But see,
I said, look
But
at
see, what we
God.
don't see though is behind the scene.
Come
Everybody's
on now.
looking at everything by the eye.
Yes,
But God said, I'm going to show y'all by the Spirit.
Come on.
yes.
Come on. Talk about it.
What
I'm
was
going
being
to show
prepared.
you that whatever you try to do, the Spirit's going to win. And I'm telling you, and I'm telling y'all out there, you better stick with the Spirit of God. Because
Yeah.
that's what's going to win this presidency. And I'm telling you now, You can do all the voting you want, but God already set it up as in the spirit realm. Watch and see.
Well, let's get back on the voting for a minute. I hear you, Ricky, but I want to stay on the voting for a minute because this is what it is. And I'm just trying to say it was a very unusual. I was setting up the point of this isn't business as usual. First of all, most of us didn't even think we would see another black president in our lifetime because of the way Barack Obama was treated. He had to fight for every inch of his presidency. And it was just a serious thing. He didn't have the Congress behind him. Well, he only had one house, and without the Congress, they could block things he was trying to do. So so through all that history, some of you know that history. We didn't think that this would be another black president coming to play so soon. I'm talking about for the black community. But what I'm saying is the miraculous thing about it is when I say "but God" is. And you're right, we don't know what his next move is. But the way the move went down, Veronique, was that it shocked the world so much that many women that night or around that time, because, having some investigative journalistic, approach, we asked different people, Veronique, black women especially, how did they feel about this? And why I said I was disappointed at first is because a lot of them was just, I don't believe it. It's no way she can do it. I'm scared that someone will kill her. All these different things came out. And I guess I could understand that to a certain degree because it's something we never had before.
Right. And I was, and I understand what you're saying because quite honestly, I've been somewhat disappointed with some of the feedback that I've received from folks that surprisingly I thought they would have been delighted about it, but to each his own.
Right.
But the one thing that I'll say is that, since she became the vice president, I've heard a lot of negative things spoken about her. She's not doing anything. She's always quiet. We don't see her. The criticism about her husband. But here's my thing. This is a highly educated,
Yes.
very competent,
Yes.
incredibly tough black woman
And
who
AKA.
owns her blackness.
And she
Okay,
AKA.
she
So
doesn't
you
try
better
to
shut up.
hide
on,
it.
Bri.
Contrary to popular belief, she owns her blackness.
Yes.
Not ashamed of who she's married to, is a proud stepmother. So here's my thing: she never cared or was concerned about who was questioning her abilities because the reality is Joe Biden selected her for a reason. She played her position, and it has turned out very well for her.
Yeah.
I looked at how this whole convention has unfolded over these 4 days. The excitement that I had way back in 2006,
It's double that.
oh my God.
It's back.
It's double that.
And I'm
Veronique,
watching it with my granddaughters, and I'm just even more excited. You know, that's all they talking about all week is Kamala, Kamala, Kamala.
And Lady V, I must say that I think you hit it right on the nutshell that as time went on, Ricky,
Yes.
that night was one night. But as I began to speak to people after this, especially during the Democratic event that we just had, man, and then I must say that they put it down. To the Democrats that put it on in Chicago, you guys put it down, and I just want to say my hats off, respect you for that. Detroit, Chicago, we always competing.
That's right.
From the Pistons to the Bulls,
That's
we
right.
always compete.
Yeah.
It's always been that way.
Right.
But I must say that hats off because the nomination, you didn't get bored looking at it.
Right.
I mean, when you got 20, let's face it, when you got 20 different politicians coming through the stage in one night, come on. You wake yourself up, but no, they had the music, they had it lit up.
Right.
Even the balloon drop at the end
Yeah.
was designed to pull the people into it.
And yes, I
Right.
thought Beyonce was going to be there last night. I was one of the ones. I thought Beyonce was
Well,
gonna be there.
Beyonce was just like, you know what? And I do believe this. I'm not speaking for Beyonce because I ain't got that much money. But what I'm trying to say is you could see her just saying, hands off. This is
To not
Kamala's
overshadow the
night.
moment.
This is this is the vice president's night, soon to be president, and you know we hope.
She can save it for the inauguration.
Yeah, but she save it for the inauguration. But let's face it, Beyonce is one of those kind that takes the
Just the fact that
takes
she
the whole
used
gravity
her
of the
song.
room.
Well,
You ain't hear the
used her
Beyonce
song.
singing.
Well, we gonna understand.
Stevie
all
was
of
there
that.
though. Hey, look, I gotta say, Stevie showed out.
Yes, he
You
did.
know,
Yeah.
and
It's support. It's support. She need that.
And he brought his words, but his music supported the words.
Yeah.
And it was love's in need of love today.
We
And
need
I
that.
think that this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
But is it freedom? Is this about freedom though? And I'm saying, I know the spiritual side where when God free you free indeed. We know that, but I'm saying, is this about the real freedom? Just the feeling of freedom, it's been a foot on our neck
Yes.
so long, like since 2012. I must say, when Trump took office, and I don't want to talk ill on Trump, I just said he was very divisive. One side against another, and it kind of pitted us all back to where we were before the 60s, because 60s we were all together, peace, love, happiness. You remember? Some of y'all remember, I don't tell my age, but yeah, I was a little boy during that time, and it was a different era of love out. And then this thing came, and it challenged that love, I think, for the first time in a long time. When in 12, when Trump took office, he began to put that hateism out. I'll just call it hateism, where you're over there and we're over here and all that. And when we came up shooting ball, Ricky, and playing sports, it was a different era, because during the 70s and 80s, we played on the same teams with each other, Vietnamese.
Yes.
We went to school with each other. We didn't we wasn't born in a segregated school system.
No.
So we already knew what the black and white thing was, the whole feeling of it was, and kind of worked that thing out.
Yeah.
But come that 012, it kind of got back into that separatism thing, the fear.
Yes.
It was just good. I feel like I didn't feel that tension of hate,
Right.
that, and this is me saying this ain't the TV station, so y'all beat me up.
Yes.
This Reverend Torrance, but that tension of hate was lifted, even during their nomination, just the way Kamala's and her team put it out there. If you watch that, you felt the freedom, didn't you, B?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, it was like it was like the hawk is off of your head.
Yes. And the reality is, the world is waking up.
Come on.
Everybody is not willing to admit it, but the world is waking up. When you have over 400,000 white men on Zoom in support of, I mean, come on now.
Yes, that's good.
And
You got the Republicans in
Yes.
support of Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
one thing that stood out for me last
Some.
night was D.L. Hughley.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I was so happy to hear him speak, and I didn't realize that he was one of the
And he
black
really don't
men
get off
that,
into that
you know,
He was going hard on Kamala.
yes. And for him to own his mistake, and I love that he said that your apology should be as loud as your disrespect.
Yes.
And I know that stung a lot across the country, because there's a lot of people that were believing that, you know. It spoke volumes for me.
Yeah.
And I,
Can we open that up some? I think it spoke volumes to the world. And this here thing that's why I said it's definitely a spiritual essence to this. If you want to recognize the spiritual essence, and I put this in this way, Ricky Brown. The Bible speaks on you speak of things that are not as if they already were.
As though they were.
yes,
And,
as though
and,
they
and
were.
even though we've never seen this, it felt like we've already been here.
Exactly.
And I just think that with the with the confidence, with the way it was put out, with the way that the whole Democratic convention came together, besides the obvious speaking out on Trump, it was more of a pulling the parties together beyond Trump. And I thought that that was something that was amazing to me. That Republicans were saying, hey, now I see, and an ex-Republican actually spoke last night. He said, now I see, and I'm going to tell my Republican parties that the Democratic Party is just as compassionate, just as outreaching, love their country just as much as we do.
Yes.
And to hear ex-Republicans say that and say that to other Republicans, and to hear the different Democrats saying that they wanted to work with everybody, I think that it begins to give hope for the world again in a different way. What you think about that?
Well, what it is
Absolutely.
that they're scared of change. You know, people are just used to a man being a president. I mean, God showed me the whole thing. People are used of a man being and running the country. But now, lives has changed now.
Yeah, we're moving on.
We're
from
moving
that.
on.
Yeah, yeah.
People need to get out of that stuck stuff. They
Right.
need to quit being stuck in their mind.
Right.
A woman is powerful. My mother could be my president because she knew how to run my dad and run the household.
We're going to say Ricky Brown for president.
Yeah, I would love to be president.
But
But
the
still,
point
but
I
I'm
was
just
making
saying,
was that point,
they're
not
scared
that
of
point.
change. We
Yeah.
got to get out of that. We have to get out of that stern mind that the world is going to be this way because of woman and this and that. You came from a woman. What's wrong with you,
right,
man?
that's
You better
right.
get your life in order, because if you got a wife, you got a president. You got a girlfriend, you got a president. She laying right there with you, right? Well, so you ain't going to call her your president?
Okay, we ain't
I'm
going to go
just
there.
saying. But
Don't
I'm
get
just
nobody in
saying.
trouble, though.
But we
Don't you
just
get
saying.
nobody in
But
trouble,
I'm
Ricky.
just letting them know that a woman can
Ricky
run this
acting up
country.
today.
I don't care what a man say. They can do just as good as we can. But the thing is, they're scared of change.
Well, not everybody, but
Well, I'm just saying.
but the resistance is
I'm
breaking
just
down.
saying. They
But-
scared of
But
change.
I hear you. But the resistance is breaking down.
Yes,
ain't
it
V?
is. Yes, it is.
Can you feel it crumbling?
Absolutely. Another thing that stood out last night, and to your point, Ricky, is that this was not all a negative attack against
no.
Donald Trump.
No, it wasn't.
Because
That's
here's
what
the
I'm saying.
thing:
No.
if, in fact, anybody that is a Republican, the one thing that is very true is that what the Republican Party was, it no longer is. I think about the establishment Republicans, the ones that come to mind: Ronald Reagan, you know,
Yeah.
George H. Bush. They are turning over in their graves, thinking
Back
about.
back when they were respectable.
Thank you.
When the
Thank
Republican
you.
Party was
Thank
something
you.
respectable at one time,
Yes.
and even though we were Democrats and they were Republicans, what I'm saying is it was a certain way they even fought against each other,
Yes.
and then the next day they might be eating together or playing golf because
Absolutely.
the world still had to be ran, and
you
I
think
see
about
what you're saying.
this. One of the things that Kamala said last night, that she's going to be the president for the entire United States, not just her party, not just her supporters,
Yeah,
and that she's going to do what is right to defend all,
Countries.
you know, not just the ones that agree with her.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
Well, you know, that was one of the most powerful things, statements that was said. But
Yes.
but I got to play with this a little more because this was a deep piece, and I know we're gonna go to break for a minute, but I got to say this, and I'm not being vernacular or being street when I say my man, Barack Obama, because he's the kind of president that you love so much, you adopt him as your little brother, your big
Right.
brother, your uncle, wherever you can fit them in the family.
Right.
You adopt them in because
right.
when and I must say this, Michelle.
Come on now.
See, when you could just
'Cause
say
I was
Barack
coming-
and say
I was saving
Michelle,
that for last.
Right.
when
Okay.
you can say Barack and just say Michelle,
Right.
it's just such a beautiful thing that
Right.
we have such a strong constituency,
Mm-hmm.
and I consider them always our first family in a special way.
Forever.
Yeah.
Not to take away from
Yeah.
any other president that ever
Yeah.
ran.
Yeah.
It was just something special. And you know, you get a lot of criticism. Oh, they ain't do nothing for the black. They ain't do nothing. But when you look at the record, the whole bunch was done. Not just for us, but for the whole country during this reign. And these are the things we want to bring into play. It's, you know, it's like it's fun to be in religion now. In the same way, they making it fun to be in politics again. Even Ricky Brown want to be your president. He want to run now. So, we're going to talk about that. We might put something together with his love music thing. He do some ballads and stuff. At least get him in the dough, and then he go from there. Hey, you guys, you watch United Gospel Explosion TV, and this thing is a hot issue.
Yes,
I'm blowing it out. We'll be right back in a minute. You guys stay tuned.
Total Home Improvement Company presents the Spring Blowout Special of the season. Remodel your kitchen, bathroom, basement, plus flooring specials for every room. Call 313-728-2025 for your free in-home estimate today. Mention this commercial and get 10% off your project. Call 313-728-2025. Remodel your home today. Total Home Improvement, the company you call for your home improvement needs.
Have you ever wanted your own TV show? Have you dreamed of showcasing your talent for the world to see? Well, now you can. Have your own TV show. You can have your own 30-minute show. Not only will you be seen in the Detroit area, but you can be viewed worldwide. For more information, call 313-868-6612. Visit our studios and receive a free TV interview to promote your business, church, or organization by appointment only. Watkins Broadcasting is going worldwide. Now you can watch Detroit's own WHPR on your TV from anywhere in the world. No matter where you are, you can stay in the know with WHPR TV and Roku. You can get your easy-to-install Roku box from wherever you shop for your entertainment gear. Once your Roku box is connected to your TV and internet, go to the channel store on the home menu of the Roku box. Enter WHPR TV in the search engine and add it to your channels. That's it. That's all you need to get the best in entertainment, news, and talk, no matter where you are. Roku brings all of your favorites to your TV. Netflix, Hulu Plus, Crackle, HBO Go, and now WHPR TV, Detroit Live.
Total Home Improvement Company presents the Spring Blowout Special of the season. Remodel your kitchen, bathroom, basement, plus flooring specials for every room. Call 313-728-2025 for your free in-home estimate today. Mention this commercial and get 10% off your project. Call 313-728-2025. Remodel your home today. Total Home Improvement, the company you call for your home improvement needs.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion TV.
See, I'm a gangster with God and I'm spreading the word. Truth be told, that's right, truth be heard. No matter what your gift is, it's made to see. So give it up for victory. Gospel Explosion TV. Gospel Explosion TV. Gospel Explosion TV. Gospel Explosion.
United Gospel Explosion TV, and we're back. You know what? I'm just excited about the times that we're living in today. So if we get a little carried away, blame it on me and this crew right in here. Denise Agua's out there too.
Yeah.
We got a couple of more. Gina T Fashion, y'all out there too.
Yes.
Phelps rolling with me.
Yeah, let's go, Phelps.
I could just go on Jacody Productions.
Let's
That's part
go.
of my team.
That's
Worldwide, you already
Worldwide.
know that's our team. So we
Smash
rolling
mouth.
with teams today. We understand the significance of bringing groups together.
Yes.
And I think Ricky, it's for times such as this.
Yes.
And you said you can preach all you want to. And I'm gonna preach on this one for a second. I'm gonna do a special thing. And
Come on.
I ain't
Go
about
ahead
to
and
put the
preach.
word down. Now I'm always putting the word down because
Come on.
I'm putting them first in everything I do.
That's right.
You know, I'm a believer. If I put God first,
Come on.
can't nobody else touch me.
Come on.
You know, I'm gonna go through some stuff. Don't get
Right.
me wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can touch me, but you can't break me.
Come on now.
As my father said, you can touch me, but you
Right.
can't kill me.
Come on. Come on.
Because that's up to him to do at his time.
Come on.
He appointed
That's
the time.
right.
Come
That's
on now.
right.
But in the meantime, we walking out here on faith. And I see this whole thing as a real big faith walk
It's a
coming
faith
together.
walk,
Yes, it is.
But what I like about it, Ricky, I saw some Indians, I saw some Hispanics, I saw some whites, and I saw some blacks. I saw some Asians, and we were all in that melting pot together, saying,
Come on.
come on. We all coming out for you.
Yes.
That's the difference than what we've been saying.
Yes.
Being separated into a black and white issue
Yes,
only,
yes.
trying to make politics that like America's that small.
Right.
America's big enough for all of us.
Right.
And what we're just trying to make sure is that we get somebody in office that want to understand that also and make room for all of us.
But can I say one thing?
Come on, bring the melting pot in.
One thing that everybody in this world got to remember,
Uh-oh.
that we all got nerves, right? In our
Come on.
body, right?
Come on.
And we all got blood, right? But what color is the blood?
Yes.
Come on, put it on out
What color is the blood?
there. Oh, come on.
Yes.
Your blood is red, right?
Come on.
Yes.
Mine is red too. So if I cut you, you cut me. What color is our blood? So we mix them together. What do you have? You have the spirit of God of love in your blood.
Uh-oh, okay, come on. I didn't know where you was going with that.
See,
But yes, sir,
see,
yes, sir.
see, it's
I can see
called
where you at.
Stir the pot of love all together to rule the world. All in one. So the blood never changes. It's all going to stay red. So it's
on.
no separation when it comes to God.
Man, you sound good. You almost. I
It's
looked
no
at him.
separation.
Veronique, I looked for him, and when I glanced over, the shadow around his head looked like dreads. It looked like dreads when he said that. He doing something. He's saying something.
It's blood of Jesus.
But we saying the same thing.
But
That
Kamala Harris knows that. That's why she's standing there, because she knows the blood that she has running through her body is the same blood that she talking to.
well, what you're saying is you're
she
supporting.
ain't-
Are
so
you
she
saying?
ain't worried.
Let me give her a word in there, Ricky. Are you supporting Kamala Brown?
Yes, I am.
Okay, that's what I want to hear.
Yes, I
Some
am.
Brown.
You can say Brown,
Ricky Brown.
because I'm coming.
Cause he was doing, hey, no.
coming,
His
Kamala
earphones
Harris,
look
I'm
like
coming.
dreads, and I ain't know if he was coming off the high with that one. But we accept it. But you know, God makes a way that even when we don't understand,
Yes.
even we don't see the way. My mama used to say, Veronique, trust a baby where you can't trace him.
Oh, that's right.
And then she said, follow him where you can't understand them. And that's what this thing is today. You know, and as you see different people as the time has passed upon the whole 30 days, I see a quick turnaround of the whole spirit and to mental and the heart feelings, the love has been turned around. God turned it around.
In just a matter of weeks.
And
Because you
guess
got to
what?
think
And
this
it's
all
real, though.
happened.
But guess what? Something just hit me. Remember the lady that issue of blood?
Uh-oh,
She
come
said,
on.
"Can I just touch just let me touch the hem of his garment, just a little touch."
Okay, come on.
But see, God went past all that. He blew on her. Oh my God. He blew on her, so she didn't even have to touch God. So now the wind has blown her, so whoever is in the wind is going to fade away because God already done set it up. Now, what y'all going to do with the blood? You can't change that.
Well, I think that we're in for a real election,
Can't change
and it's coming down to this is a real fight that we're in.
She going to win.
But what I'm trying to say is, it's a real fight that we're in, and
Ain't no
I was
fight.
just thankful
You watch.
of the way the Democrats handled their whole convention with the grace. Veronique, it was
Yes.
almost like you were in a real classy Oscars.
It was well put together.
Oscars or something, you know. You
Yeah,
didn't. You
it's very
wanted
well
to
put
see what happened the
together.
next day.
Absolutely.
And Tim Walsh,
Now listen.
he ain't no joke now.
Let's talk
Coach ain't no joke.
Let's talk about Coach Waltz for a minute.
Coach
okay?
hit
'Cause
somebody.
We have to give him, yes, we have to give him his propers. And the one thing that I will say that really disappointed me
Yeah.
with the opposing party, I'm so disappointed at how people attacked his son.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't catch
young
that. I
man
didn't catch that.
Was so proud of the words that his father was speaking. He stood up and clapped. He was emotional. That's not weird. That's love. And if you can't recognize that,
Something wrong.
the
Then
fact
you
that you
weird.
can't recognize
No,
that,
you
that
weird. If you don't
part is
recognize that, you weird.
Something
Yes.
wrong. Yeah.
But the one thing I appreciated was that last night they cautioned everybody. You know, this is coming to an end. You know, there's 4 days and we all celebrating and everything, but we're gonna have some hard days.
Yes.
Yes, come
'Cause
on
the-
now. You
the-
better believe
the-
it.
As soon as the convention went off the air, the
Yeah.
enemy was already
Working.
on Fox
Yeah.
News attacking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to not be discouraged,
Right.
to remember this moment, to remember the purpose. Let's get through these 75 days and not feed into all this negative stuff that's really trying to unravel.
Trying to derail
Yes.
us, trying to throw the train
There
off
is
the
a
track.
fear because there's going to be a shift, and it's going to be a power shift unlike anything we've ever seen. And the fact of the matter is that it's a black woman that's going to be in control of all of this. And there's a lot of fear about that. But what's going to happen is going to happen.
There you
Well,
go.
and you know,
There
that's
go.
what I was saying
That's the point I
earlier.
was saying earlier about
Yeah.
the blood. Because
What's
when
going to
the
happen
blood,
is going to happen.
the blood is going to run through the vein, and what's going to happen is going to happen. But at the same time, confidence and money can't rule the world. Only confidence and people can. Because money is just for bills and to get through, get by. That's the thing that I understand.
Well, you know,
but it's okay.
What I like, Ricky, is
but you have
that
to have the money.
what
You
I
do.
liked was that when the president, I'm sorry, when the vice president
She has a lot of confidence.
came out, not even the confidence, but she was just real, coming from a more relatable place than Trump was. Not knocking Trump being a billionaire. I can aspire to that, I can think, but we don't know what that's like. But she was talking about some place
That's the
that
point
I
I'm
knew
making.
was where I knew what it was like.
Well, that's what I'm-
because
point
I
I'm
came through. I had a mother and dad, but they were like, we were in the hood. We were on Mackey McCullough. So we all
I
are
was on Dexter.
we all are people that came from something, is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
And I think she relates to the everyday person.
People. Yes, right.
And the fact that the union gave her such a strong support, it should be an eye opener, and I think that's an eye opener for the world, because the union don't support everybody.
Right.
The fact that, and it even came from Joe's work. I got to give President Joe Biden, his honors, because he had already set that up in his administration, which it came from an Obama administration, and each Democratic administration, I feel, had a lot of respect for the union, and so do we. But beyond the respect for the union, it was more of a thing that the union being a collecting pot. If you ever worked in a plant, you had all of us been in the union at one
I'm a
point in our
union.
life.
I'm a union man.
Yes.
At one point in our life, anyway.
Yes.
And that union power is what really kept a lot of us working.
That's right.
When your racist foreman may want to say
That's
go
right.
home.
That's right.
And so that's a lot to that. But here we are today. I think that today is a better day than it was yesterday. And I'm just giving the hats off, because I can't be on the Democrats all day, but I got to give a hats off.
But we
to,
also have to congratulate. I feel like Big Gretch did an
yeah.
amazing job. I enjoy seeing our governor on the world stage. She handled herself
And
so
she always
well.
has.
And I just love the fact that she said what they refer to her in Lansing, but in Detroit. And that
Big
she
Gretch.
could tell the world and represent Big Gretch. That
Right.
just meant a lot to so many people. The other thing I thought about too was that sheriff from Genesee County. Genesee County that stood up, came out there on the world stage and really spoke about Flint, Michigan. Like, we got to really think about these things. Like,
Right. Well, and then the things that one of the things that really hit everything that sums it up in a nutshell was Kamala Harris. One of her last sentences was, and her mother taught her to have common sense. You know, and as common sense wants you to want for your neighbor what you want for yourself. I mean, you know, the air we breathe, it's people to check to make sure it stays a certain level of cleanness. You know, the water we drink, you know, Flint water is a big deal, still is. But one, and I don't want to get into, because I'm going to let politics go, y'all, if y'all let me. But, you know, one party was ignoring the lead pipes in Flint, and another party came to the aid. So, you know, when the Democratic Party put that money down for them to change their water lines, they said Kamala Harris was right up on top with that. Infrastructure, building the country. But listen, I'm going to leave that to the president. All I'm trying to say is it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yes, it is.
Your neighborhood has gotten more beautiful because you are also included in it. And you know, I just want to, you know, support and tell you, if you haven't put together a team, call Pookie, call Ray Ray, and call Niecy, and tell them you'll take them to the polls if they can't get to the polls.
Right.
And that's the mentality we have to
right.
have, because we all in this together.
And encourage
and
all
we
of your
fighting.
young people.
Every vote count.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Any young people in your family, in your community that are 18, that will be turning 18, make sure they get registered to vote.
Yes.
And
Right.
as I've been sharing this with all of my friends and family. Yes, of course, the top of the ballot is important, but you got to study that ballot and know exactly who you're voting for. Do your homework before you go and vote.
Mm-hmm.
It's a responsibility. It's an obligation. As I said before on the show,
Absolutely.
I think about my grandmothers and grandfathers and great-grands and what they had to go through to be able to vote. You know, we haven't had this right for that long. And for the people that dismiss it or feel like their vote doesn't matter or their voice doesn't matter, I just encourage you to rethink that. And for the people that are spreading that, I will automatically tell you, oh, I don't want to hear that, because it's so not true.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, you know, and when you think about
And
it,
early voting. If you don't
yeah.
want to be in line on election day, you want to be at home glued to the TV like me, early voting, get you a ballot, mail in.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to say that you can get out to the election committee, if it's election committee in every city, and ask them, just call and ask them where the booth set up for early voting, and that's a winner. But here we go right now, y'all. We moving to this point. More than just saying it's a beautiful day.
Yes.
It's your day.
Yes, it
And we wrap this up with one word they said, Brown, that moved them out of there. Michelle said it and Kamala said it. If you're going to sit around and complain, close your lips.
Right.
Your job is doing something.
That's
And
right.
so my question is, what are you willing to do?
Yes,
Are you willing to get together, organize, make the calls, call, give something, put something in, not just give something, not just about the money, but reach out to another family member. And in our own families, let's be the king of our families. Let's be the president of our families, where in the families we say, how you going to vote? Be the one to call everybody and get that organized. But let's make it happen. And we moving up to that next level.
That's right.
In chapter.
Well, like-
and they were partying with a purpose, though. I'm changing this to this. They
Gotcha.
were partying with a purpose.
Yes.
And that purpose was, and if you didn't know it was a party, then you ain't watched the convention, because it was liver than live. I mean, the light shows, everything was out. Pink was out there, Stevie Wonder was out there.
right.
Everybody was out there putting it in their own way, and we just loved them for that. And hey, that's our party. This is our city. This is our country. This is our nation. And let's hold on to it, dear.
Yes.
And guess what? We're partying with a purpose in Detroit too.
Yeah.
That's right.
I gotta let them know that
Yeah.
we're partying with a purpose.
Yeah.
And look, one of the things that's coming up, and Veronique Chantel is one of the producers of the show coming out.
Oh,
It's a black party,
Yes.
Yes.
and it's a party with a purpose,
Yes,
because
it
at this
is.
black party that you guys have,
Yes.
I think our TV station will be there helping people get enrolled to vote. I might buy a table and we'll buy a table
Awesome.
and have it there where
Awesome.
people can sign up that haven't signed up.
Yes,
Just a real
yes.
quick sign up thing, or at least they should get some literature very neat
Okay.
to know where they can go and put in an early vote at.
Absolutely.
But
So,
y'all showing out.
yes.
It's party with a purpose
Yes, it
again.
is. This is a party with a purpose. This is our black and white fashion ball, the 7th annual. And this is presented to you by Gina T Fashions. You all know Gina T as a Detroit fashion icon. I'm putting it out there. Yes, she is. The
She's the
legendary
queen of
Gina T.
Detroit
Yes,
fashion.
she is. Okay?
Queen of
Go
Midwest
Gina
fashion.
T. Go Gina
We
T.
giving her flowers and diamonds. Okay?
She can
So,
dress me
yes.
anytime.
She deserves it.
So yes, we are bringing you all the 7th annual Black and White Fashion Ball. This is high fashion, at the highest level. And we
Yeah.
are going to be in Royal Oak on September 15th, 6 to 9 p.m. So we have VIP and general admission. There will be a champagne reception. We'll have live music. Our favorite Candace, violinist, glorious violinist.
Okay.
She's going to bless us. The Gina T fashion models. Man,
It's gonna be.
you
It's
already
gonna
know
be.
they're going to leave it on the runway.
It's
all right?
always a major event, but it's
Yeah.
always a major.
Yes,
It's always a
yes.
major event.
Yes.
When Gina T put it down, she's
Yes.
always been doing that for years.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm
And
just.
if you all need tickets, call me, inbox me, 947-948-7776. And real quick, I want to give you guys the address. We're in Royal Oak at 2041 South 4th Street. So that is Royal Oak.
And how much
Early
is the tickets?
arrival.
How much is the
Our
tickets?
VIP tickets are $50, and that
Okay.
includes a champagne reception.
Okay.
And then general admission tickets are $35.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we still have some of both available.
Okay.
So reach out. If you want to be a vendor, if you want to be a sponsor, feel free to reach out to me.
Okay.
All right.
And you guys
me a
remember
ticket,
out there
please.
when you see us on there, we're watching RadioYouCanSee.com,
Yes.
RadioWeCanSee.com.
Yes.
And when you come and see us in this room with the
Yes.
with the beautiful eyes over Ricky's head, remember you're watching
watching me.
RadioWeCanSee.com, and besides watching Ricky, and you guys can tell people to tune in while you tuning in. Just tell them to
Yes.
Google it on your phone because the phone moves now. And while you're out there, just Google us in, and you can take us in your pocket with you.
Come on now.
All right.
Now, Ricky,
Yeah.
I know that you've been getting down in the studio. I know I've
Yes.
been having the pleasure of working with you or hearing some of the things you're doing. But are you getting ready? And just let them know about that loved one that's out there. Well, he got so many songs. Ricky just
I
write
got
them in his
one,
sleep.
Called Your Love. It's on all platforms. It's an R&B, and it's on YouTube. I have a video with it. Smash Mouth Entertainment did the video, and I'll be coming out with a video soon of another
right,
one of my
Tari.
songs. So I'm gonna surprise y'all with another video with another one of my singles. So
Tell them your platform where they can go on and find your music.
I'm downtown Ricky Brown, Instagram and Facebook. You can find me on all platforms.
Yeah, and so, just letting you know that as we're doing these things, and Emmeline, I'll get the information for her. She's giving something too, coming up soon. I take care of my family, and all these people have been here with me for years and moving and shaking, and it's just a blessing. I know Emmeline is doing another a boat presentation on the Princess and some other things. We'll get the information for you next week, just so we can share it. Denise Agua, we holding you up in prayer.
Yes.
All our ministers, all our
Yes.
preachers, we holding y'all
Yes,
up in
Lord.
prayer, because
Yes.
we partying with a purpose, man.
Yes.
This ain't just like jumping up and down.
Yes.
But I'm looking to be able to affiliate with some of these parties and places and people and things to be able to put an emblem on the table. It may just say, check us out on here, because we the Good News TV show, United Gospel Explosion TV.
Yes.
Who knew that we would become a Good News TV show?
Yeah.
Way back when we did the first concerts
Yes.
For United Gospel Explosion at the Redford Theater.
Yes.
Over there off of last year in Grand River. Y'all know the
wow.
Redford?
Yeah.
We were in that, and all they had was mud wrestlers, Ricky. And people, they had this big old organ from the floor to the
my
ceiling.
goodness.
Like the,
Yeah.
you know, like the Adams family.
Right.
But you know, it's a classical
Right.
organ.
Exactly.
But all that, and we gave this one concert. And I wasn't even doing gospel then, but
Wow.
we gave this one
Look at
gospel concert. Look at God. God had put in my heart to do back then. And that opens the show. When you see the show open and you see the different clips
Yes.
with John George, and we at the parks, and we at Metro, and we at different things.
Wow.
All these were things we were doing at that capsule of time.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, God is so good, Veronique, that you don't know when you're doing the things,
That's right.
the full purpose. You don't hear me. Ricky, you don't know the full purpose.
See, you just said it yourself. Change.
That
this
they
is,
for.
this is what the world don't understand. You just said it. They have to want to change things. And it starts now.
Well,
with
let me
her.
say this.
It starts for Kamala Harris, the change.
Okay,
And
he want to
she's-
bring me back into the.
She's going to
he
change.
want to bring me back into.
She's going to change the
Ricky,
world.
that was yesterday's show.
I just had to get that out because it's don't be scared of change, people.
But I'm glad. I'm
all I
glad you
wanna
on
say.
fire for it, though, and
That's
I'm
what I
glad
say.
that I'm glad the world's
I'm
on
ready for
fire.
the change.
And I'm ready for the unity again, that we can tear down the walls that separate us, because the walls that separate us are so much smaller, you know, than the walls that hold us together.
That's right.
You know, so I'm tearing out them walls, and I'm putting the building the walls that hold us together. And I think that we understand the world is ready
Well,
for
we
that
already
now.
won.
We
I'm trying
already
to,
won.
We
Come on.
already won. Love is the key to everything. You just got to keep going with the love and stop doing the hate.
And keep putting love first.
Put love first and put God
keep
in it,
putting love
and
first.
He'll make everything all right.
Okay, we all right then.
So
we all
we
right.
good.
We all right. I think I'm gonna let Ricky go. I'm gonna have him do a show where he just bring the word one
All
day
right,
coming soon to you,
yes.
cause he on fire. But you know, God is so good, and I just say that
Yes.
it feels like it's a neighborhood thing, Veronique. It feels like this is a thing that's real. It's so regular. Love is so easy
Very real.
that when you let go, and I'm saying let God, you know, overstep the things that would. But love is so easy that when you reach out, it's just reaching out your hand. And don't worry if they don't take the hand.
Come on.
Don't worry if they knock the hand away. But God just said, put your hand out there. And I think that's what we see in this day and time we living in. So it's a
Yes.
beautiful day in the neighborhood, as I said.
Well, he got his hand on
You
the
know,
village.
and
We
it's a
came from
beautiful
it.
day in the
We
neighborhood.
came from the village,
Yes, it
baby.
is.
He said village.
And won't you be mine?
Come on now.
Won't you be mine? You know, and I see God caught saying that
Raise
to
a
us.
child is where
Won't
he
we
should
just
go.
be his?
He'll
You
never
know?
depart.
Come on.
He'll never depart.
Come
And
on,
I
now.
thought I could. I thought I could go swim backwards. But nah, he tell y'all, you gonna swim forward, sir. And everything started to change. And that's
Well,
what we
Ricky,
have to
since you own it and you full of fire, say a word to encourage young people to do the right thing.
I
Do
would
the
say,
right thing.
whatever it looks that shine that's gold is not always what you go to. You always go with your heart. You know, your heart will tell you first before the shine. Because pride comes before the fall.
Come on.
And we just want to let you know that if you love somebody next to you, God will give it back to you. So if you vote for the right person that's going to lead you to build your life and build your country, vote for them. Okay? Because now your kids will be able to be kids like we were, and then your grandkids will be able to be raised in a good atmosphere in this world. So do the right thing and go vote, please.
Veronique, it ain't has to necessarily have to be the vote, but Ricky wanted to keep us there, but that's fine. He ain't saying nothing wrong, so I believe that. But if you were gonna encourage a young woman to, and I'm gonna put it more like this, to lift her up for the freedoms that stand in front of her, not the captivity that was behind her.
That's right.
Speak to that.
What I'll say to young women today is press. Press your way through. Do not let anything that tried to hold you back continue to hold you.
Amen.
Bondage is a mindset. I'm not letting cancer hold me back. It doesn't matter what's going on.
Come on. Amen.
Speak a word over yourself and be free. And
Yeah.
though I'm speaking to anyone under the sound of my voice, there's a specific young woman that I'm speaking to today. Release it, let it go. Let God handle it. Because there is a beautiful life, bigger beyond anything that you could ever think, dream, or imagine.
Yes.
Praise God.
The world is open to you.
Yes.
Press. That
Yes,
is my word today.
Yes.
Thank
to
you,
all
Veronique.
women.
Thank you,
Press.
thank you, thank you.
Yes.
And I
Man.
asked them to say that because
Yes.
you know we all have a word in us.
Yes.
And even if that word is went astray, I'm gonna let you know. You can pause, get in the quiet spot. 91st Psalm says, "If you dwell in the secret place,
Yes.
Come on.
you know, get into your mind. If you can't find nowhere else,
That's right.
if you dwell in the secret place
Yes.
of the Most High,
Yeah.
then you will abide under the shadow of God, of the Almighty." You know, and I can go on with that, but just the opening that is so powerful
Yes.
because you know it's all for us to find that secret place.
Yes.
And you know, and I've been pushing that today. Next week I'm gonna speak on healing, anointed healing for
Yes.
you, anointed healing for you,
Yes.
not for
Yes.
them, not for them, but for
Yes.
you. Make it personal next week.
Yes.
You guys tune in to RadioWeCanSee.com because I'm gonna break them chapters on anointed healing.
Yes.
Because the
Alright.
Bible already laid it out. We got a blueprint in your
got
phone
speak that
you
thing.
can Google
I'ma
up.
write 'em
And as you
down.
Google up that anointed healing, it's for Ricky Brown and his
Yes.
ailments.
Speak
It's for
it.
Veronique Chantel and her ailments.
Yes.
It's
Speak
for
it.
Minister Torrance and his ailments. And
Yes.
guess what?
Speak it.
It's for you and your ailments too, because
Yes.
the same one that gave it to us
is
is
gonna
going to give it to you. Because I'm
Amen.
seeing miracles and great things. I see walls being turning down,
Yeah.
and I see victory.
Yeah.
In Jesus' name, I'm praying that and I'm pushing
Yes.
that. And we out here. Be a gangster for God, I'm seeing
Gangster
as you
for
go
Christ,
through the
baby.
week.
Let's get
Stand
it.
up. Let them know where you stand.
Knock 'em out.
And don't be afraid to go and vote for what you see is right, too. God bless you. You've been watching United
Love
Gospel
is everything.
TV. Love is everything. What's love got to do with it? Everything.
Everything.
That's
Okay.
See y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion TV.
See, I'm a gangster for God and I'm spreading the word. Truth be told, that's right, truth be heard. No matter what your gift is, it's made to see. So give it up for victory. United Gospel Explosion. TV, United Gospel Explosion. TV, United Gospel Explosion.